What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you, well, with another market watch today. You know, I was looking at Ancient Guardians, I was thinking, what if Konami made the entire Brave Core Starlight Rare, or Collector's Rare? Starlight Rare would be kind of cool as well. But, you know, also have an Ultra Rare, like, kind of like we did it with Ancient Guardians. How cool would that be? Like, you would have a higher rarity version and a lower rarity version. Then again, the question has to come up, is it worth it having this really broken deck core come to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh? Brave and Brave tokens are going to be really good, and is it worth it even having a high rarity when, let's be honest, it's probably going to get hit by the ban list eventually? Who knows? Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Actually, it's a really good question. Looking at King of Boy, this card came out of Duelist Genesis, a super rare, and when you first look at this card, you go, okay, sure, it's an old card. It's an old card that's worth roughly around $10. Now, King of Boy does have uncommon versions, but the super rare is a higher rarity version, and I actually just recently bought one. I didn't realize I didn't have one of these, so now I have one. I don't know, it's kind of cool. Also, the card does see a little bit of play right now in Bird FTK. Not that anyone's playing Bird FTK, but if you do want to play that deck, you could buy a $10 super rare first edition from Duelist Genesis or Commons. Not a bad deal. Alright, speaking of low and high and valuable cards all over, we have Forbidden Droplet. I was live streaming yesterday on Twitch TV, by the way, /YGO_Paisano. Check me out. Hopefully I'll find a place to remote duel today. But I was streaming on there and I was talking about cards in the game, and one of the cards that came up was Forbidden Droplet out of Brothers of Legends. I don't know why I say Brothers of Legends. Anyway, this card's price point is roughly around, let's see if we can get a verifiable seller, $100. Friend prices for Forbidden Droplets. Or hey, listen, or you can buy from an unverifiable seller. I'm sure this guy with a 92% rating will maybe ship your card out one day. That day's not going to be today, though. Looking at Forbidden Droplet, obviously this is a card that's seeing a lot of play in the meta, and everybody is wanting to get their hands on this card, especially if you don't have this card. I mean, it is worth a lot of money. I mean, if you want the original print out of Rise of the Duelist, also secret rare, no big deal, but you're going to be paying a lot of money. For a name in first edition, it's roughly around $133 each. You need 3, by the way, for most players that are playing this card. You rarely see a player play 1 or even 2. Look at this card. Obviously, it's insanely expensive, even with recent reprints. Wow, with it coming out in Brothers of Legends, as well as the OTS pack as Ultimate Rare, Forbidden Droplet is definitely an expensive card. Now, there's obviously substitutes for this card. You can run Dark Rule no more. But players that do run that also want to run Forbidden Droplet. Some players run both. It's insanely expensive. Comment down below. Let me know actually if you have this card or you don't have this card. I actually really want to know the consensus of players in the game right now who own or don't own this card. Nibiru, the primary being also coming out of Brothers of Legends, is a card which is going down in the market. Look at it right here. It's going down. Look at the price of Nibiru. It's roughly around $11. And to be honest with you, it's going to go back up. Like the minute Brothers of Legends gets harder and harder to find, it's going to go up higher and higher in the market. If you don't have yours, you really want to grab this. The price is not going to go down anytime soon. Now, it's probably hit the floor of where it will be. We also have Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Say that 3 times fast. This Ghost Rat Legendary Dual Synchro Storm is a dirt cheap price of only $50. The reason why I say $50 is the fact that this card's a Ghost Rare, but nobody cares about it. Because when you crack a Legendary Dual Synchro Storm, the only thing you care about is Baron de Fleur, which used to be about $150, $250. It's now hovering roughly around $100. Hey, you'd be happy to pull a Limitless Bird Core because you could use it. And even Limitless Celestine Wagtail. But if you want to go ahead and grab yourself a Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, this card right here is mostly for collection. That's why the price is so low. Now, here's a question. Good question, by the way. Is the price going to maintain being low? No. This price will go up. And unlike the other cards in this set, like, you know, once again, Baron de Fleur, Limitless Bird Core, Celestine Wagtail, this card will always go up in value. This card has hit the floor, and I think it's fair to say $50 is the floor of this card. Could it go lower? Maybe. But it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things, because when you get a card like Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, you're going to want to go ahead and grab this card and throw in your binder and forget about it for years. Pop it out, that'll be worth a lot of money. B Trooper got 2nd place at the Remote Duel YCS this past weekend, and the price, no. I'm pretty sure it's B Trooper. I could be wrong. I really didn't care too much. I saw that and I was like, okay, it doesn't really matter. But the price ain't doing nothing. Nobody ran in and bought this deck core. Nobody's excited about it. Cool cards, nobody cares. That's kind of what it came down to with Beat Troopers. All the Beat players in the Beat Facebook group, the Bumblebee Facebook group, whatever you want to call yourselves, must be a big day to be you. Second place is French for first loser. I'm joking, by the way. I don't really care either way. I'm just busting chops. That's really cool to see a deck that's not known to top of a Yu-Gi-Oh event. Tri-Brigade Kid over here at Blazing Vortex does not have a reprint. So the market does what the market does best. Jacks that price up. Look at the card price right now. You're seeing it roughly around $5. Hey, you get an Italian one. That's kind of nice. Get Italian core Tri-Brigades. I mean, that's one of them right there. Who knows? But yeah, $5 for your Tri-Brigade kits. Do you have yours? If you want to play Tri-Brigades, no big deal. It's a $5 for a super rare because it didn't get the reprint. Look at the Ice Dragon Prisons. I remember back in the day, long time ago, you were a little child, when we used to play this card in the trading card game Yu-Gi-Oh! From the hit series in 2003, Yu-Gi-Oh! The TV show. The problem with Ice Dragon Prison is too slow in what is now a fast meta. Will Ice Dragon Prison ever see play? Of course it will. It's insane to think it won't see play. I mean, think about it. This card absolutely will see play. And the meta doesn't even need to be that slow. It just needs to be a little bit slow. A couple of metas ago, we were playing this card at 3 if you had the money to play your ultra rare $65 Ice Dragon Prisons. Now, looking at it, you get a Prismatic Secret for as low as $8. Not a bad price point for a card which you'll ultimately need in the future of the game if the meta was to go a lot slower. Seriously, you might want to consider picking this up. Renaissance Dragoon should be going down in value. But not today. No. Yeah, it has another version, sure. It has a Starlight, which, I'll be honest with you, I kind of want to get. Like, I don't even know. I think one deck top 3 wrote the YCS this past weekend. Playing Dragoon, and that's not the reason why I want this card. I want it because that's a dirt cheap price for a Starlight Rare, especially a Starlight Rare named Red Eye Star Dragoon. Like, let's be real. This card should not be this low. And it is only this low because everyone's running Phoenix Enforcer. The thing is, I predict a future in which there's a good chance we'll see this card see play again. And the minute this card starts seeing play again, that Starlight Rare is not going to be cheap anymore. Even the Ultra Rare coming out 2022, Lost Memories, short printed. Thanks, Konami, by the way. Really appreciate the short printing on this card. Is roughly around $90 a copy. Now, obviously, $90 a copy is a lot of money for a card, and which is probably sitting in a lot of buys of a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. And second, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players realize this card's worth money, they're probably going to list it, and the price will go down. The thing is, does it stay down? I don't know. Depending on the bands next month, this card actually might go up even higher in value, believe it or not. Then we have Cyber / Harpy Lady. This card's a tech choice in Sword Souls. The thing is it really worth it? I don't think so. Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Players just like to see the world burn, and Cyber / Harpy Lady is one of those cards to do it in. Look at the price of this card, roughly around $17. Do you have one? I think I have one. Am I going to look for it? No. Why would I? It's insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a crazy high price point, but what? All right. Going back to Forbidden Droplet real quickly. Forbidden Droplet Ultimate Rare right now, by the way, I thought it was a lot cheaper. By the way, it evidently was at $1,200. That's friend prices. The price point of this card right now is $300 a copy for an Ultimate Rare Forbidden Droplet. And before you go, wow, V, that's a lot of money. The Secret Rare is still $140. The reprint's still $100. $300? Hey, listen, if you're going to get banged, I say watch the tip and go the full way. And the full way is Ultimate Rare Forbidden Droplet. If you don't have yours. If you have yours, you might want to sell yours and start getting these, because these ultis do look nice. I only own the Secret Rare of the original set. I need to get ultis. I already know. I grabbed a bunch of deck cores recently, so I was done last month. Upcoming this month, I might start grabbing me some Ultimate Rare cards. You know, maybe Forbidden Droplet. We'll see. But that's me personally. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. All right. Scrap Chimera is a great example of how much people don't care about the gold rares. Like, great example. This card is $12 price point out of Dose Revolution. It was previously jacked up, and you can see right there the market price showing the crazy high price point of Scrap Chimera. And don't worry about it. If you don't want to pay that money, you can play with the premium gold rare. God knows why would you want to play with Scrap Chimera in the year 2021, almost 2022. Who knows? But no one's playing gold rare. It looks ugly. Overdrive Teleporter, and every single year I say this because I mean it, Overdrive Teleporter should not be so low. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, let me know what you think about this, but this card price point right now is $31. This card debuted, has an original printing, and that's it. No other reprints in Crossroads of Chaos. How old is this set? Well, let me show you. It has Black Rose Dragon, the second Synchro ever to be released in the trading card game Yu-Gi-Oh! Also was the debut of Plague Spreader Zombie. Yeah, Overdrive Teleporter is old as dust. This card is probably older than some of the people watching this video, and yet this card has no other printings. I'm just throwing it out there. I own one of these, I'm being honest. I might want to go ahead and pick up 2 more, because even though Psychics aren't doing nothing now, doesn't mean Psychics will not do anything in the future of this game. Konami loves bringing back old things and making them really good again. And what better card to do than an Overdrive Teleporter? And what better art type than the Psychic archetype, which was last good in what? I think was it Shonen Jump or YCS, the one in Rhode Island, the last time Psychics actually ever did C-Play? Then we have Puppet King, another really old card. And the cool thing about this card is, it's only $6. And then it goes to $8, and then it goes to $10. I don't know, I just like the artwork. The card effect is pretty booty. Like, this card's pretty booty. But man, look at that artwork. Like, back when Konami was like, dude, do something cool. Just throw something really cool. Not that artwork's terrible today, but back in the day, artwork was really good, and we're like, oh, it could be better. Like, we were so spoiled. But Puppet King is definitely a really cool looking card. I doubt this card will ever see play, but who knows? Konami can make a card that says, add 1 puppet monster from your hand, and if it's Puppet King, draw 5 cards. Your opponent discards 10 and mills 30. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Let me know what you think about that. Forbidden Chalice Ultimate Rare is a card in which, even though I like max rarity, I don't make no bones about this. Everyone knows that whenever I like a deck and like a deck core, I'll probably get a max rarity. There's sometimes I have cheaper deck cores, but for the most part, something I really like Shadows, everything max rarity. This is how I am as a person, because I can afford to. Luckily, I used to not be able to. That's a whole different side story. Looking at Forbidden Chalice, I would not buy this at max rarity if this was $50. Let me explain. First of all, the price is not $50. Unlimited's they have one unlimited for $140, then $220. First editions are $260. Forbidden Chalice is a poor, and the common version is a poor man's Infinite Permanence. Now it's being used alongside Infinite Permanence. I don't think this is a bad card, by the way. I think the effect of this card is amazing, but the uses of this card is sporadic at best. Let me explain. You see, Forbidden Chalice is only good in certain formats for a certain amount of time. Then it's not. And what happens when it's not? The price plummets. And that's what's going to happen for Forbidden Chalice. Then someone like me will come along and go, oh yeah, this is coming in and out sporadically, and I'll usually buy a playset of this. And when the price goes up, I sell it or play it. I'll be honest. But I'm going to also be honest in the fact that this card is only good right now. We're about to have a ban next month, and there's a chance this card might not be used in the meta. And if it's not, hey, how much do you spend? $230? Well, 240 to 260. Buy first editions. Go extra wave. Anyway, you could have bought Forbidden Droplets, which, yeah, the bans could also impact, but probably not as much as it was going to impact Forbidden Chalice. Now, one thing, and I hope to be wrong, because I love to play this card. This card artwork looks gorgeous. Ultimate Rare, these older Ultimate Rares, especially this one I had a Raging Battle, is amazing. These Ultimate Rares are insanely nice, and I would love to play this card in this game. But I'm telling you right now, when the band's coming in next month, I won't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Use the commons, not the golds, by the way. So, let's talk about something quickly. Where is it? Okay, here it is. I had everything in the wrong order. Okay, let's make you have a little bit of anxiety for a little bit. I like giving my viewers just a little bit of anxiety. A little bit, just that much anxiety. At one point in TCG Player's history, you used to be able to go ahead and buy Shonen Jump cards. Seriously. You could just go on TCG Player and buy Shonen Jump cards. That was a thing. For a long time, by the way, years, you can go, you know what? I want a Shonen Jump Gold Sarcophagus. Click on it, and there used to be listings of Shonen Jump Gold Sarcophagus. Hey, you say, I want a Cyberstein. No big deal. Click on it and click buy. Now, once again, these cards weren't cheap. They're Shonen Jump cards. They're worth money. My point is that these are easily and readily available here on TCG Player. Are them available now? No, of course not. You see, these cards are hard to get. And if it's hard to get for you, it's going to be hard to get for everybody. And looking at Shonen Jump series promos, the Shonen Jump prize cards, as we know them, they're pretty much gone. It's really hard to find. You might have to go on eBay and overpay for a PSA graded 7 Shonen Jump Gold Sark that a kid decided to break open and use, and then just kind of try to PSA it again. I just think that the fact that some of these cards are being cleaned off the market is an indication of the future of a lot of cards within this game. Now, we already know about first edition LOB cards. Mint, those are insanely expensive. Get them a PSA graded. I don't know if you'll sell it, but yeah, it might have something worth the value, if that makes any sense. Then we got Yu-Gi-Oh! Day promos. How many of these you went to? Exactly. You see, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Day promos, especially the Field Center Link Reaper out of 2018, is currently about $23. Dragon Maid, $16. And the Destiny Drawer April promo, the Speedo version, is $4. These were only here for a certain day. These were only here for a certain time and days as well. And I do believe in time, these will be cleaned out. In fact, look at the regular Shonen Jump magazine promos. You're probably saying, V, come on, knock it off. There's tons of these magazines printed. I got them all the time. Sure. At one point, there were a ton of LOB boxes available that you could have easily bought. You could get them anytime. But eventually, they kind of went away. And when they kind of go away, the value goes up. And if it's hard to find in the market where it's cleaned out, and you have to go to eBay and get some goofy PSA graded one just to have the ability to open it, you get what I mean? And I do think a lot of these cards in time will be hard to get. Now, this is me talking to the collectors. But even for me personally, as a competitive collector, I think that certain synchros are going to start seeing this. I think that we might even see it with Starlights as they get clean, because they're even harder to find than the synchros were. So I do think cards in this game are going to slowly start disappearing. And when they reappear, they're going to have an insanely high jack price point. Way higher than what we know today. In fact, I'm going to be honest with you. Every year I regret not buying cards. Every single year. Every year. And I'm the market watch guy, and I regret not going in on certain cards. What's going to happen in 5 years? Hey, what cards would you have bought? Well, what cards would you have purchased 5 years ago? Comment down below. By the way, I just want to give you a heads up. Infinite Permanent Super Rare at a Structure Check Cyber Strike. It's currently like $10. The Structure Check is currently at $10, unless your OTS store's a prick. This is going to be going up higher in value. Not the Structure Check, well, that too probably, but Infinite Permanents. Get this as soon as you can. I have Secret Infinite Perms, and I went in and bought 3 Destruction Decks that have extra play set, so when the Structure Deck's out of print, which is going to be, the Infinite Permanent Super Rare is going to get jacked up. Anyone want to know why? Well, let's see about Ash Blossom and Pocket Change. Ash Blossom Majority Spring, which came out of the Structure Deck Soul Burner, which was a $10 card when it was debuted. Same like Infinite Permanents. The Structure Deck being $10. Well, if you want Ash Blossom Majority Spring, don't worry about it. It's only $20. Double the price of the Structure Deck. But when the Structure Deck was easily available at your local Walmart, Target, OTS store, when they're not ripping you off, it was $10 for this common card. Common card. Keep in mind. I do think that if you don't have Infinite Permanents, you're going to really want to go ahead and grab it as fast as possible, due to the fact that the Cyberstruck, I mean, due to the fact that Imperm is probably going to be going higher in value. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you watching my video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, YGO_Paisano. You don't want to miss it. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.